Good morning, everyone. Here we have a 70s Martin D2012, I believe, and it needs a neck reset. I started it before I started the video because nobody wants to just sit here and watch an iron get hot. So it's been on there for off and on for maybe 5 or 6, 7 minutes. And let's see, we'll pull back a little bit. There we go. I think it's just about ready. And we have our custom made neck remover coffee maker. It's Mr. Coffee, I don't know, espresso machine, whatever, with some high heat hose from AutoZone and a basketball inflator needle. We're waiting for that to heat up. Hopefully everything timing works out, so when I'm done with this side, we can go right over there. But so we've been heating this, and let's put you guys in the holder so you can see what's going on. And let's see. First step, after heating obviously, is we are going to remove a fret. It's been nice and heated, so the wood should be nice and malleable, and hopefully it doesn't pull up any chips. And we're going to take off this fret here, right over the top of the dovetail joint. Look at that, came out nicely. A little bit of schmutz coming off of there. And we're going to tape that fret right there so we don't lose it. So we're just basically sticking it right to the guitar. Okay, because it's going back in. Next step. Actually, we're going to get in there with our spatula remover, StewMac tool thing. Works very well. Let's see if we got enough heat in there yet. So we got to just, whoops, let's get it on. Come on, there we go. We just kind of work it in under the glue, gently work it around. Try to be as careful as we can with finish. It doesn't really do any good to tape it because you end up bunching the tape and then you can't see what's happening. If it's taped, you can't see the damage you're doing. Whereas like this, you can at least tell and adjust your angle if you need to. But this one seems to be wanting to cooperate very nicely, which is great. Sometimes these things want to fight hard, but in this case, I think we're gonna, see that, look at that. We're gonna luck out a little bit. Cool, pull that out. Next step is we have our long drill bit. These things are great. Oh, that was for another project. Let's get that tape off of there. Of course, now it's like bond. Oh, there we go. I got it. There we go. Usually that's about the depth we want. It's that second tape. Yep, see that? Okay. Next, I'm gonna push this back a little bit so you guys can see better. All right, got our non-sponsored Bosch video. All right, and we kind of, usually, most Martins, it's about there. I know it's not exactly scientific, but usually it's right about there. Maybe a little bit. There we go. Yep, there it is. Feel it drop right into the pocket. Now, next, other side, I always do 2 holes. There it is. Nice. Excellent. Okay. Next step is wax. Why wax? Because we're going to be generating some steam and mess. And if you just slop wax, trying to get in that spot where I don't have any, we're going to have to put adhesive there, but that's okay. We can clean it off. We put wax all over any areas that may have heat and steam. It helps. It's not a guarantee, but it helps. It helps protect the finish, and it's only wax, right? Around this, around here. Okay. It's just good preventative steps. Doesn't take very long. Okay. Next, let's turn off our iron, shall we? We don't need that on anymore. Turn that off like that. And let's bring this over here to our parrot vise that's already been turned sideways. This is how I like to do it. I should have adjusted that a little closer. That's not a good idea. It's locked in, so whatever. Just gonna have to wait for me to fiddle with this. Alright, where's my neck heater? Waiting for this to heat up. Let's make sure we don't have a clog. That would be bad. Sometimes these little tips get clogged. So we have a little, oh, there it goes. Look at that. Haha. There she blows. All right. Cool. Let's see what's happening here. So, right into there. Okay. You guys get on the stand here and you can see more what's going on. All right, hope I don't knock you guys off. And then we just kind of gently start wiggling it circular. Just wiggle. What that does, it, as the heat works in there, the steam, it just opens things up and lets it keep working in there. And be gentle, especially at this point. Definitely still some hard glue in there. Let's turn this so it's not spraying me. Hey, there we go. Work smarter, not harder, right? So we'll just keep, here you can see just kind of have a hand up here. I'll use two hands in a second. And just gently rocking it back and forth. Okay, circular, oh, it's starting. There we go. Let's, you guys can get a better view from down here, I think. There we go. All right. Okay. Gonna rock it. It's getting there. And you really know is when it starts coming out the bottom sides here. Nothing yet. It's okay. We're not going to worry about the finish blushing. We can buff that out. It's not too bad. But we can wipe it off. Okay, do this. I don't want to take too much of the wax off. Alright. Okay. Oh, I can feel it. There we go. Come on now. Let go. Okay, it's, oh, there's some milk coming out the side. Okay. We're getting there, guys. You can feel it getting a little more loose. There we go. Getting loose. All right, there we go. She's off. Let's turn our steam off. Okay, pull that out and just gently push back. There we go. All right. Let's you guys take a look. I'll be the first one to see in here, and since it was put together. All right, what's a little glue booger there? Sometimes these 70s Martins have, I've seen little peace signs in here that the workers will draw on there, or a worker, I'm sure it wasn't many of them, but I've seen it twice so far with a little peace sign right there. Let's see what this end looks like. Not too bad, not too bad. By the way, that's A lot of that's wax, and that minor blushing will come out just fine. We can buff it out. We didn't really damage any finish. I don't think anyone's ever been in here before. Let's look and see if there was another hole besides the ones I made. And see, that's where that fret goes, right over there. The old Martin square truss rod that is not adjustable. This neck looked fairly straight, but we may have to heat it. All right, so our next step would be to clean off all this glue and then carve the neck joint, or the dovetail a little bit. And what we're going to do there is basically we're going to carve out a little material here and then use sandpaper to adjust this angle here. I think I may do that in another video because this would make a great place to stop and just show the removal process. Also, we're going to let this, let the finish recover. This white stuff will buff right out. Just let the finish recover, and it's pretty resilient. I know, I ruined it. No, I didn't. It'll buff out. I'm not going to do it now because the finish still could be soft. So I'm going to buff this thing probably tomorrow. We're going to let it recover. It's had a minor traumatic experience. But all in all, no binding lifted, no chunks pulled up. Sometimes the whole block can just detach. Not usually on Martins, that's usually a Gibson thing. But hope you guys like this one, and I'll keep them coming if you keep watching. Thanks. Later.